Welcome to Let's Fix It Right. In this episode, I'll show you how to easily replace a standard bathroom pop-up drain assembly for free. We're going to install a replacement Allen and Roth pop-up drain assembly. However, the standard approach and techniques I'm using will apply to most pop-up drain assembly products. So this video should be valuable to you, even though you may be installing a different brand of pop-up drain assembly. As an outstanding manufacturer, Allen and Roth provides a limited lifetime warranty for this faucet and its components from the date of purchase, according to the manual that came with my faucet and drain assembly. Based on my conversations with Lowe's and Home Depot staff members, most of their plumbing suppliers provide similar warranties and free replacement components. So please be aware of this before you run out and buy a new drain assembly. This is my third in a three-part series on very easy and inexpensive plumbing repairs. The first video, episode 47, shows how to replace your kitchen faucet cartridge for free, and my second video, episode 48, demonstrates on how to easily unclog your bathroom and shower head aerators for the cost of a bottle of white distilled vinegar. In this effort, you'll need an Allen and Roth or your equivalent bathroom pop-up drain assembly. In an assembled condition on my bench top, it's composed of these three major part groups: pop-up drain assembly body, ball rod assembly, and lifting strap. Broken down, minus the ball rod assembly, the pop-up drain assembly components look like this: pop-up body, pop-up plunger, thin washer, thick beveled washer, plastic nut, and the lifting strap again. Separated from the group, the pop-up plunger looks like this. You will most likely have to assemble your ball rod group, so I've laid it out from left to right as follows: large plastic ball nut with interior threads, left and right O-rings which seal the left and right sides of the ball rod, the actual ball rod itself, and its threaded clip ring which threads into the large plastic ball nut here. Once again, when completely assembled on your bench, your pop-up drain assembly will look something like this. These are the tools you'll need. From left to right, they're as follows: a small bucket, sponge, plumber's putty, paper towels or a rag, channel lock pliers, straight head screwdriver, manual that comes with your pop-up drain assembly, razor knife, and possibly a hacksaw or plastic PVC pipe cutter. You'll need one of these cutters if you're installing a new pop-up drain assembly that needs to be cutter fitted into place. If you are doing a one-for-one replacement like I am in this video, you'll not need a cutting device. Nonetheless, later in the film I will show you where you will most likely have to make your cuts for a new assembly. This is the Allen and Roth faucet and pop-up drain assembly set that we purchased 8 or 9 years ago. The set in our upstairs bathroom looks great. However, we've had major problems with corrosion on the top of the pop-up drain assembly plunger and surrounding drain assembly lip. The corrosion in the right sink in the vanity, which we use most often, is worse. And the left side assembly, which we use less, is corroded but not as bad. This finish on these faucets and pop-up assembly matches everything that my wife purchased for the bathroom, to include 2 mirrors, my granddaughter's cup and toothbrush stand, our electrical light switch and socket covers, my wife's makeup tray, towel rack, toilet paper dispenser, and the bathroom's heating and air conditioning vent. If we purchase new faucets and pop-up assemblies, we'd have to purchase all these items also. Consequently, it would be very expensive and wasteful to purchase a different brand of faucet and pop-up drain assemblies. So I contacted Allen and Roth's customer service department at the phone number shown below per their manual, and they quickly mailed me 2 replacement pop-up drain assemblies. First step is to remove the P-trap. So to do that, I'm going to use my small Lowe's bucket, seat it in here with the P-trap, and then unplug or unscrew both sides of the connections on the P-trap. This side and as well as this side over here. And then just let the P-trap fall into the bucket. Okay. Careful to pour all that out. I'll take the bucket at this time downstairs and clean it out. I've returned to my basement shop with a P-trap after cleaning it. In this case, we will not have to use the hacksaw or PVC pipe cutting tool that I showed you earlier. When I installed this pop-up drain, I sized the pop-up drain assembly shaft to this PVC pipe extension that I bought from Home Depot. Since we are doing a one-for-one replacement, I don't have to cut anything. If you have a new assembly, you may have to cut your new pop-up drain assembly shaft or PVC pipe extension. To prevent leaks and other problems, it's important that you properly assemble your drain assembly. So I'll put it together in my shop first, where you can easily see everything, and then we'll move to the sink area upstairs for our final installation. The first part of the assembly calls for inserting the ball rod into the ball rod cap. We'll install these two gaskets, one on both sides of the ball itself. Now, place the rod into the large plastic nut. Slide the threaded cap ring into place and screw it into the plastic ball nut. Tighten it up and torque it down a little to ensure that it will not leak. However, don't excessively tighten the unit. If you do that, the ball rod will not move freely within the nut. Based on my previous installation, I'll insert the ball rod into the third hole up on the lift rod strap. The next step for installing the assembly into the sink is to roll a line of plumber's putty and place it on the lower side of the entire 360 degrees circumference of the lip here without any gaps which could cause a leak. Then place the assembly into the sink hole. Next, from the underside, we'll slide the thin gasket into place. After that, we'll install the tapered gasket with the tapered portion facing to the top, and we'll follow up with the installation of the threaded nut. We'll then tighten the nut with our large channel lock pliers. Next, we'll implement one of the two plunger assembly options. If you install the connecting square with a hole in it away from you towards the rear of the sink, it will be a permanent installation. If you install it towards you, you'll have the option of pulling it out and cleaning the hair, dirt, and other debris from it at any time. For demo purposes, I'll install it towards me so I can show you how I can remove it at any time. We'll now insert the ball rod assembly. Moving the rod opens and closes the plunger above. With the plunger in the up position, you can easily remove it and clean and place it back into the pop-up drain. Once again, you can see that moving the ball up and down again moves the pop-up drain plunger up and down again. We've returned to the sink area where the old drain assembly has been removed, and will now remove the remnants of its plumber's putty. During my installation of the drain assembly in my sink over here, I had a leak caused by this thin washer curling up, so I removed it and stopped the leak. With that in mind, I'm opting to discard it on this installation, and you may want to do the same. I rolled up this line of plumber's putty that goes around the bottom circumference of the pop-up drain lip to ensure that we do not have any leaks where the lip is seated against the sink. The back side of the assembly where the ball rod is fastened goes towards the wall. We'll install it at this time and push it into place. Next, we'll roll the excess putty away from the lip. And now we're ready to install the tapered gasket and plastic nut below. Per my demonstration in my basement shop, I finished tightening the threaded plastic nut after adding the thick tapered gasket here with the tapered side up. Next step is to install the ball rod and its connecting lift strap to the push rod. However, prior to doing that, we are going to install the pop-up plunger with its flange facing towards the front so you can easily be removed at any time. As I showed you earlier in my basement shop, I installed the ball rod assembly here and connected it to the pop-up drain assembly. And I also connected the lifting strap to the lifting rod itself. Okay, so as you can see, pop-up drain assembly works perfect. And as I mentioned, we'd install the flange to the front so we can easily remove and insert, clean off the pop-up assembly here and insert it. Yeah, okay, insert it and reinsert it and it'll work fine. Per the demo in my basement shop, I installed the P-trap and tightened its 3 collars. The collar here, and collar up here. Okay, so the installation is done. So at this time, let's go ahead and check it for leaks. And we'll first fill up the basin with a little bit of water. Okay, and now we'll go below and check to make sure we don't have any leaks around our seal. And we don't have any leaks around our seal right here. We're looking good there. And so let's go ahead and let some of this water out and see if any of our connections, the P-trap or any other components with the pop-up drain assembly are leaking. So let's go ahead and let the water out. As you can see, we have no leaks and the installation is a total success. This concludes this episode where I showed you how to easily replace a standard bathroom pop-up drain assembly for free. Channel and select the YouTube bell so YouTube will notify you of all my new projects immediately after I publish them. At this time, I'm moving on to my next project. You're more than welcome to follow. In addition, if you have a great project that you want to post on my YouTube channel, email me some pictures and a brief description of it. If it qualifies for the Let's Fix It Right standards to help others, I'll interview you over the phone as a guest do-it-yourselfer, produce a high-quality video, and post it on my Let's Fix It Right channel. For the year following this posting, I'll share 50% of the potential YouTube benefits with you. If you have any subject matter requests or recommendations, please contact me. All of this said, I recommend that you subscribe to my channel, follow my projects, and save a bundle of money doing it.